Every family down the street, every copper on the beat knows this is Thursday, this is Thursday. And if you want a proper treat, why don't you pop along with me? This is Thursday, that's this is Thursday. She'll understand. Any old time you need a helping hand, whether in Kennington, SE, or Mayfair Society, this is Thursday's Grand.
Just a minute. Oh dear, what a lot of you. Well, come in and sit down. Now, no arguments. I've got the kettle on the boil and I'm sure you'd all like a nice cup of tea and a biscuit. Oh yes, and I've got some big pudding in the larder once eating up. What's that? You don't like it? Oh, you're not going to stop? I only looked in to say hello. Well, that's very nice of you. Goodbye, then. But don't forget you're always welcome. But wipe your feet next time. Ta-da!
She'll understand. Any old time you need a helping hand, whether in Kennington, SE, or Mayfair Society, this is Thursday's Grand.
I'm rather hard of hearing, but no, I don't tell me what they're like. Well, they're all the same, aren't they now?
Can we come to order, please, ladies? If you can't do a fair day's work for a fair day's pay, you can leave. And she did. I was left with absolutely no one to do the vegetables.
Thank you. In the absence of a chairman, I hope you'll agree to my officiating. Temporarily.
I think that's a very good idea. You seem to be the only one who knows how to run a committee.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Marsh. Well, if that's agreeable to everyone. Those of you who weren't at our last meeting will have received the minutes, so you'll all know the position we're in.
I don't recall receiving anything. Has something happened? Why are you in the chair? Where's the Duchess?
The Duchess resigned, Mrs. Morgan Howard, because our paid organizer insulted her. She walked out, so we sacked him.
Oh, how very odd. Of course, I was away, you understand.
Yes, we quite understand. Well, since the ball is only 2 weeks away, your officers have been forced to take the matter in hand and appoint a new organizer.
Without consulting us.
Well, if you'll recall, Lady Sugden, that is why you appointed officers, so that emergencies could be dealt with without convening a full committee.
I don't recall who the officers are.
Myself as your honorary secretary, Mrs. Hedda Marsh, and the chairman, when we have one. Mrs. Marsh and I interviewed a number of applicants, and we've appointed a Mr. Nicholas Trevelyan, whom we'd now like to present to you.
Oh, a very charming
man.
Oh, yes, I've been...
Ladies, this is Mr. Nicholas Trevelyan.
Good afternoon.
Will you sit here, please?
Thank you.
Now, would anyone like to ask Mr. Trevelyan any questions?
Well, I would like to know if you've done this sort of work before.
Oh, yes, indeed. About 10 charity balls, 2 county fetes, several agricultural shows, quite a varied experience, ma'am.
I've heard a great deal of Mr. Trevelyan's work. He has an excellent reputation.
Well, that seems to settle the problem of the organizer. But if I could come to a rather vital issue, we have no chairman. Now, what ideas have you about that, Mr. Trevelyan?
Well, naturally, I have given the matter some thought, in anticipation, as it were. What about an approach to Mrs. Thursday?
Well, you can't help it, love. Feet's feet. When your feet's gone, you've had it, ain't you?
Best quick step,
dancer in the Morocco ballroom. That's what people used to say. And I think it's all finished.
Oh, face it, Lil, it was all finished ages ago. I mean, you ain't dying, are you? Couple of bunions never kill no one.
But the pain, Alice, you have no idea of the pain. And I had a special partner, too. Nigel Patrice, his name was.
What?
Yeah, that's what he called himself after we won the Inter-London, South London Borough Championship and he turned professional. Nigel Patrice, where are you?
I know him. Charlie Nipchin, that was his real name. Oh, I couldn't stand him. All hair oil and toothpaste. How he ever danced with those big feet of his, I never knew.
Oh, Alice, must you talk about feet?
Yeah, well, what did they say down the hospital about them, Lil?
I've got to go every day for a fortnight.
Well, couldn't they have taken you in? I mean, instead of you traipsing up there every day?
I don't want to go into blooming hospital, do I? Gives you the pip.
Excuse me, Mum. There's someone to see you, Mum. She says she's a neighbour of yours, a Mrs. Marsh.
Who?
Mrs. Marsh.
I don't know, Mrs. Marsh. Do you remember any Marches?
March?
March.
No, Marsh.
Oh, Marsh. Yeah, there was a Mrs. Marsh who used to take betting slips before it was legal, and she smoked a pipe. You know, she lived over the fish shop down the Kennington High Road.
And there was Bert Marsh. He used to lodge with Sissy King. Ooh! And there was Phyllis Marsh. You remember? Got into trouble with that great big milkman with a ginger moustache.
Oh, yeah, all right, dear. Sally, ask Mr. Hunter to see her, will you, for me? And remind him we got that business lunch in half an hour.
Yes, madam.
Whoa.
Going to be a bit of a drag for you, isn't it, Lil, going up the hospital every day?
Well, I've got to be there at 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock?
Oh, it's not so bad, Alice, after all. I've only got half a mile to hobble to the bus stop.
Yes, pity the hospital isn't a bit handier, isn't it?
I suppose so. Still, we mustn't grumble, Alice. After all, it's all free.
Yeah.
I shall manage, somehow.
Hard to walk, is it?
Oh, murder, Alice. Murder. Every step is agony. Agony. Well, you saw me, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like she was walking on broke-up glass, Alice. It looked horrible.
Yeah, oh, well, I suppose I could put you up here to be nearer the hospital.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it.
No, but the thing is, this is a big house and they've got a lot of stairs. Still, if you think you can get up them, you're welcome to stay.
Further from my mind, Alice.
Oh, go on, you've been knocking to stop here for the last half hour. I may be green, love, but I'm not cabbage-looking. Come on, give us your door key.
Here we are.
I'll ask Bates to go along in the car and pick up your things. Oh, but they're not ready, are they?
Oh, yes, they are.
Oh, that makes it easier, doesn't it? I better ask Mrs. Trampleasure to get you a bit of lunch.
Towel?
Oh, and, in my bathroom, there's a jar of salts. If I was you, I'd go up and give your feet a good soak.
Hey, Alice, here, I've been thinking. I could give a round up the stairs every night when I come home.
It's as much as you can do to get up them yourself. All right, see you later.
Never mind, love. I'll rub your feet with methylated spirits. Did wonders for my plates when I was in the army.
Rub 'em, soak 'em, wrap 'em round your neck. Everybody's got a remedy, nobody's got a cure. And to think those feet once won the South London Interborough Gold Medal Championship for quick step and tango.
Mrs. T, how would you like to be chairman of the Belgravia Ladies Committee?
No, I wouldn't. Look, you better get a move on, Mr. Hunter. We're going to be late for that lunch.
Oh, there's plenty of time. It's for underprivileged children from deprived homes.
What is?
There's charity.
What charity?
The one they want you to be chairman of.
Oh, look, I've got enough on my plate being chairman of the Dunwich group. Thank you very much.
Please have a word with Mrs. Marsh. She's in the drawing room.
Oh, look, you see her and give her a, donation and wish her the best of luck.
No, Mrs. T. It's not your money they want, it's you. Oh, come on, make a change.
No, bother. Oh, all right, then, if it'll make you happy.
Mrs. Marsh, Mr. Trevelyan, Mrs. Thursday.
Good afternoon. It's very good of you to see us.
How do you do?
How do you do? Well, take a seat.
Mrs. Thursday, I I realise only too well how frightfully busy you must be. But you know there's an old saying that if you want anything done, go to a busy person. Well, we of the Ladies' Committee desperately want something done now.
I see what Mr. Hunter was saying.
Actually, it wouldn't take up very much of your time, you know, because we've been lucky enough to get Mr. Trevelyan here to come in as our organiser.
I see.
I think Mrs. Thursday would like to know exactly what would be required of her.
Oh, yes, of course you would. Well, we're having the ball on the 30th. Now, there'd be 1 or 2 committee meetings to attend, but nothing that'd take up any time.
I see.
The vital thing is to have a name to head our committee.
And what better name than yours, Mrs. Thursday?
Well, I suppose I could manage it. I mean, so long as it doesn't take up too much time, like.
That's wonderful of you, Mrs. Thursday. And don't worry, because Mr. Trevelyan here will do all the work. Oh, but there just is one other thing. He does need an office, an HQ.
I dare say we could fix him up at Dunwich House.
Oh, I think our headquarters ought to be in Belgravia, Mr. Hunter, don't you, as a focal point. Now, all I need's a corner, really, you know, somewhere to put a typewriter. I wonder, do you think, could I possibly work from here? It'd be very convenient, you see. I'd be near you, so to speak, for consultations and so forth.
Oh, I don't know about that.
A very little corner.
Oh, well, I suppose there is the library.
Thank you, Mrs. Thursday. I can assure you, you'll hardly know I'm here.
Oh, the other typewriter's arrived, sir.
Oh, good. Oh, will you help Mrs. Marsh with this while I see to it?
Oh, well, all right, sir. Just a moment.
Move that over there, will you? Quickly. That, we'll have that down there.
Yeah, of course, down the crows.
What?
Yeah, right, I'll mess up you got here, mate, haven't you?
Look here, I'm very busy. Tell me what you want and go.
Go, hey, listen, I live here.
This is Mr. Lee, Mrs. Thursday's papa.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness me. Mr. Lee. Hello, I'm very sorry. How do you do? It is all go, isn't it? Can I help you in any way?
Yeah, I left my Greyhound Gazette here.
We did find some papers and magazines. We put them over here.
Nicholas, could you help us
Just a minute.
now?
Cynthia, where are those letters I left here?
Oh, I filed them.
Well, I didn't tell you to file them. Look, it just seems to be papers and horoscopes. No greyhounds, I'm afraid.
So Mrs. Thursday.
Mrs. Thursday's, are they? Oh, you better put them in a safe place.
Nicholas, can you show us if this is...
Yes, wait a minute.
If you could just sign it first, sir. I'm double parked.
Oh, it's... look, Mr. Lee, would you be very kind? Would you stand over there and tell Mrs. Marsh if the ball's up straight?
Yeah, right,
Thank
I'll
you
go.
very much.
Yeah.
It's very kind of you. Got a pencil?
Down a little bit, love.
Down. Oh,
There we are.
Have you all then, sir?
Yes, that's fine, thanks.
down. How's it
Thanks very much.
Oh, I almost forgot. Your pencil.
You said these were urgent, Mr. Trevelyan. I've got them all done.
Oh, good girl. Where's Mrs. Thursday?
Oh, well, she's rather busy at the moment, sir.
Well, I think she'll have time to sign these in the drawing room.
Yes, sir.
Here, Sally, look, put it down. Now, do what I tell you, will you?
It's as far
Well, look, it's not down there. Look a bit further. if you
Oh, you
want.
are... Now, remember, dears, it's all for the children.
Well, I must say you've got cracking.
Well, there's not much time, but I must say, without your help and encouragement, things would have been more difficult. Oh, there's no need to read them. They're all the same.
Oh,
This some great new Dunwich development?
Oh, just one of our minor plans.
yes. What do you think of it? I mean, it's an office block, 35 stories high, and there's not a blooming broom cupboard in the old place. They never think of the cleaners, you know.
Oh, it's all Greek to me, complete mystery, but it looks fascinating.
The car's here, Mrs. T.
Oh, all right. They're all signed. I must say, I think you've done marvellous, Mr.
Thank you.
Trevelyan.
Oh, good morning. You know, they've just delivered this and there's no room for anything else in the library.
Oh, we'll sort something out. Don't worry, Mrs. Thursday.
Oh, I've no doubt we can find another little corner somewhere.
I don't see what harm it's doing stood there. Oh, well, we'll see you later, Mr. Trevelyan. Oh, thank you. And I must say, I think it was a good idea you coming to work here.
Well, I'm glad you think so. Goodbye.
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 Oh,
Thank you.
move that round there, will you?
Well, how's it going, my dear?
Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. I think we've made quite an impression.
Yeah, you're working late, ain't you?
Ah, well, there's so much to do. Oh, I do hope I didn't disturb you.
No, I just got back from the pub, mate. Well, now, how's things going, all right?
Ah, we're making progress. I must say, your sister, she's been terribly kind letting me move in like this.
Alice, yeah, she'd help anyone. Real soft when it comes down to it.
Yes, she's a real human being. But I'm not sure that Mr. Hunter approves, though, of all this, I mean.
Oh, he's all right. Well, you and him should get on. You're the same sort, ain't you?
Yes, I suppose you could put it like that. What does he do exactly?
Well, he's a business advisor. He tells what to do and that.
He's not a director of Dunwich Holdings.
No, I don't think so. But I don't take that much interest, mate. Well, I'll see you later. Don't work too hard.
How they feeling now, Lil?
Lovely, Alice. I can feel it tingling all up me legs.
Dr. Watson's foot bath salts? Is there anything he can't cure? Where on earth do you get this from?
Same place as you get Dr. Watson's licorice and honey essence for indigestion. I told Bates to get some last time he was in Fuller Street.
Evening all.
Hello, Bill.
Hello, Mr. Lee.
Oh, your supper's over there, Bill.
Thanks, Alice. Hey, that charity bloke's working late.
You mean Trevelyan?
Yeah, he's banging away on one of them typewriter things. This hour of the night.
Bit of a nerve, isn't it, treating your place like an office?
Oh, well, he's got a lot to do. Bill, would you go and ask him if he'd like to come in and have a cup of tea?
Oh, well, he's got...
Oh, all right, I'll go.
Oh, a bit snooty tonight, isn't he?
Well, it's her feet. Can't blame him for going having them wiggling around under your nose.
Oh, shut up, Bill. Hey, if that geezer's coming in here, pass us that towel, quick. Come on. And Alice, my slippers there, under the settee there.
Well, he's not the blooming Lord Mayor. He's seen feet before.
Not like hers, he ain't, Alice.
Oh, shut up, Bill. Oh, look. Here, get rid of this for me. There's a duck.
Hey, what do you expect me to do, drink it?
No, take it down the corridor and tip it down the what's it.
I'll dance for you for fourpence. Oh, tip it down, what's it? Here we go.
Sorry. It's all right. Good evening.
Oh, I thought you might like a cup of tea.
Oh, that's very kind of you.
Oh, yes, this is my friend Lil Bassett.
How do you do?
How do you do? She's staying here for a bit on account of her feet.
Oh, dear, I do hope it's
No,
nothing...
nothing serious. We all have our cross to bear, as you might say. It minds me feet.
Sure you wouldn't like something a little stronger? A nightcap, perhaps?
No, thanks, I hardly touch the stuff. Well, I do like a drink now and again, but never when I'm working.
No, I don't like too much of it. But I do think it's natural for a man to like his glass of beer.
Oh, yes, but, well, not at this time of night. In any case, I go a bit by what the stars say, you know, and my message for the day was keep a clear head, so it's tea for me.
Oh, you take it serious, then?
Well, I think there may be something in it. After all, there are more things in heaven and earth, aren't there?
Of course, I don't go the old way. I mean, you can't, can you? It's all right for a bit of a lark. I've got all the horoscope magazines, if you'd like to see them.
Oh, I'd love to. Thanks very much.
I put your water down the doings and pull the chain, and I put the bowl back in the kitchen. Is that all right?
Oh, really?
Why don't you get a chair and stand in the street and tell the whole world?
Honestly, some people.
Oh.
Will you be working as late as this every night, Mr. Trevelyan?
Well, if it's not inconvenient, you see, there is so much to do.
Oh, no, I was only thinking I could ask Cook to leave you a bit of supper. Well, have you been doing this sort of thing long?
Well, ever since I failed my schools at Oxford, my finals, that is.
Oh, expelled, were you?
No, not exactly. My father died around that time, and it upset me a lot. So, no degree, no career.
Surely there are plenty of business openings.
Yes, well, I got a job with a firm of business efficiency experts. You know, they go into a firm and sweep away the cobwebs, time and motion study and all that.
Oh, yes, we had one of them. You remember when we was cleaning out Dunwich House? Came and stood over us and even counted the house flannels.
What made you go into the charity racket?
I must take issue with you there, Mr. Hunter. It's not a racket.
Oh, there's a lot of racket about some of these charities.
Well, luckily, I'm not cynical. I mean, some of us must keep our faith in human nature, mustn't we?
Yes. Not that it's easy, at times.
Yes, well, anyway, I felt I had to do something in the world, being what it is. So I went to work for the Anti-Famine League, and since then I branched out on my own, And here I am, the shortened version of my life. Now, I really must be off. Oh, by the way, you will all be coming to the ball, won't you, on the 30th at the Waldorf? Fancy dress, of course.
Fancy dress, all just try and keep me away. What about your feet?
Oh, bother me feet. If they're not better, then I'll go on my hands and knees. Catch me missing a do like that.
Well, you could go as Humpty Dumpty and sit on a wall.
Oh, turn it up, Alice.
Well, I'll see that a table and everything's laid on for you and your party,
Oh,
Mrs.
no,
Thursday.
I don't want no fuss.
Oh, but you're the chairman. I mean, we must see that you and your guests are looked after properly, mustn't we?
Well, so long as I pay my whack.
Ah, well, we'll talk about that later. Look, about costumes, I've got to go and select something for myself. Why don't we all meet tomorrow morning at Meredith's, the costume people?
Oh, I've no doubt we could fit it in.
Good. Shall we say 11 o'clock? Now, I really must be going. Thank you for the tea.
Yes. Hey, give us a hand, someone.
Oh, can I help?
Here, now, I'll help you, Lou. Here, come. I'll give you a hand, love.
Ta.
Yeah, you poor old thing.
Lay up.
Oh, hey, you put on much more weight, love, and I'll break my back. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, love.
Watch it, Bill.
It's one way of getting about, I suppose. Till tomorrow, then. Goodbye, everyone. Good night.
Good Mr. Trevelyan. He's very nice when you get to know him, isn't he?
Seems pleasant enough.
I've been thinking, Mr. Hunter.
Oh, what have you been thinking, Mrs. T?
Well, you know what a lot you do for me. I'm in here and at the office and, oh, well, everywhere we go. I was wondering, you know, if you might like an assistant to help you.
An assistant, Mrs. T?
Well, we're none of us growing any younger, you know. I'd better go and see about Lil.
An assistant?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, it's you, Mrs. Thursday. You look absolutely wonderful.
Oh, I feel like something out of Madame Tussauds.
Oh, but it's fun. And that hat, it's so effective.
It's me own.
Oh,
If I'd known there was going to be all this palaver, I'd have sent a cheque and called it a day. This is supposed to be a charity for helping the poor kids. So far, I haven't seen one of the little bloods.
well, look, if you don't like Empress Elizabeth, why not try Nell Gwyn?
What, like a great basket of oranges about with me? Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
No.
Well, actually, I was looking for Nicholas, Mr. Trevelyan. Have you seen him?
Nick's box along.
Go in. Oh, darling, thank heavens it's you.
Why? Something wrong?
Oh, no, it's only me. It's this mob, darling. They are such blasted bores, I can't tell you. And it's getting me down. I need something to revive my spirits, recharge the batteries.
Again.
Thank you, sir.
Do I have to wear this instrument of torture?
Do wonders for your waistline, sir.
That will do for now, dear. We don't want to overcharge the batteries, do we? Besides, I came in here to ask you a question. No. What were you doing last night?
Oh, I was working.
Oh, and our date?
Oh, darling, it was business.
You could have telephoned. I waited and waited.
Oh, darling, no dramas, please. It was business.
You're sucking up to that first.
I'll ruin everything.
Well, don't get any ideas, Ducky.
Well, it's me that's taking the strain. My God, do you realise what it's like, smirking and smarming to that mob? Not even able to take a drink when I want
Well,
to.
you wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't worth your while. Look, I don't care what racket you use, but just remember one thing. When you make a date with me, keep it.
Don't tell me you want lunch, Mr. Hunter.
Oh, well, there's nothing like a warm welcome, I must say. Now, I left some papers behind. Is that the library phone?
You mean the charity office. They're all at lunch.
Well, since it's for charity, I better answer it. Vincent 4343.
Mr. Trevelyan?
Who wants him?
Well, my name's Wilshaw, Mr. Trevelyan. I have a feeling we can do business together.
Really?
Yes, I think I'm in a position to help you a little more than you're getting from the other party. About 10% more, in fact.
That's very interesting.
Well, so long as you find it interesting, that's all that matters. When can I call?
Well, just a moment, please.
How about this evening at 6 o'clock here? The address is...
Oh, I know the address, and I look forward to meeting you. Until 6 o'clock, then.
Until 6 o'clock.
St. John Taylor. I'll put him by the band. He's stone deaf. So that's table 18.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's Admiral Sir Matthias Fitzmason and Lady Matthias Fitzmason.
Ah, she's not on speaking terms with the Duchess of Mull.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So we better put them over here, table 39. You must remember these little things, Mr. Hunter, or the whole thing could blow up in our faces.
And we wouldn't want that to happen, of course.
All right, we go now, Mr. Trevelyan.
Oh, yes, you scoot, my loves. Don't live it up too much tonight. There's lots to do tomorrow.
Isn't it time you were going, old boy?
No, I think I want to finish this.
Oh, I thought you said something about an appointment at 6 o'clock. Banqueting manager or something?
Oh, yes, that's right. I want to get this done. I'll give him a ring.
Oh.
Well, after all, we are the clients. He can fit in with us. I'll see him tomorrow.
Yes, but I think Mrs. Thursday might take rather a dim view of that, old boy.
Why?
Well, she's rather a stickler for keeping appointments. Always thinks of the other person, doesn't want to put him out, you know.
Yes, I think she's right. After all, an appointment is an appointment.
Oh, no, ring him. Tell him you'll be late. After all, what's a banqueting manager, more or less?
Oh, no, it's a matter of principle. I'll be on my way.
Your coat?
What? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, thanks, old man, I must say. You've been a great help.
Oh, pleasure's mine. After all, it is for charity, isn't it? Will you be dropping back this evening for a chat?
No, I rather think not. My evening, I think, will be occupied.
Oh, well, a jolly good evening to it.
This is an old friend of mine from the Navy. Do come in, Sam. Well, enjoy a meeting.
Well, I'd far rather stay here and have a drink with you. And Sam, still, duty calls. Goodbye.
Come in. This way. Good evening, Mr. Wilshaw. I mean, good evening, Mr. Wilshaw.
And I'm jolly pleased to see you, too. Well, I don't believe in letting the grass grow. Time's money and money's time, eh? So I come right down to brass tacks. My offer is 33 1/3% kickback to you on all orders you shove my way. And don't tell me you can do better, because I know better.
I see. What for, exactly?
Wilshaw's Carnival Novelties. We do exactly the same range as the people you're currently dealing with. Did I say the same? Our stuff is better.
Mr. Wilshaw, what makes you think I might be interested in a percentage?
Oh, you're joking. Everybody in the business knows you, Mr. Trevelyan. You took 25% from my brother for that stuff you bought for that Flag Day. Of course, he had to up his prices to give you your cut, but it seemed to work out. And you drove a very hard bargain with my cousin in Cheshire with that big gala. You got a personal check for £100 for that. I know, I saw the figures.
Yes, I remember. Well, I'll have to think it over. I'm glad you came along. I thought it better we should meet.
Yes, that's right. Personal contact, that's the stuff.
Well, I'll get in touch just as soon as I've solved one or two little problems.
Well, there are always problems, Mr. Trevelyan. But there's nothing like a few lumps of sugar to sweeten them. Well, I suppose I'll hear yea or nay within the next couple of days.
Oh, definitely. Oh, Mr. Wilshaw and Mrs. Thursday.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. Thursday?
Pleased, I'm sure.
Well, I was seeing you.
Well,
Mr.
I
Wilshaw.
suppose
Yes, you'll be hearing from me. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Well, you shot him out a bit quick, didn't you?
Yes, he's got a train to catch.
Oh, well, I wanted to find out if Mr. Trevelyan's here this evening, because I thought he might like to have his dinner with us.
No, he's gone out. Someone else is feeding him this evening. Oh, if you'll excuse me, Mrs. T, I've got an urgent phone call to make. Charity and all that. I'll be back.
percentage. You're joking. Everybody in the business knows you, Mr. Trevelyan. You took 25% from my brother for the stuff you bought for that flag day.
Assistant, indeed.
You've got me for a change this month. Leo! Ta-ra! Oh! Well, I'll go to. Oh! Well then, do you like it? I think it's shocking. You're not the right shape, love. I mean, it shows all you've had for dinner.
Well, what do you mean? It fits all right.
Where it touches. What is it, anyway?
It's a bunny girl.
Well, it's the biggest bunny I've ever seen.
Oh.
You can't wear them stockings.
Well, why not?
Oh, no, I mean, well, they, you know, they go right up to your handbag.
Oh, they're not stockings, Alice, they're tights. Trouble with you, you're not with it.
Oh, I'd rather be without it, thinking enough to put me off me breakfast.
Well, you know what you are? You're a square.
Well, that's more than I can say for you. Here, get this round you before that dog next door sees you. He'll have a go at you.
Hey, mind me tail, Alice.
Oh, look, get your breakfast before it gets cold.
Well, where's Sally, anyway?
Like everybody else in this house, she's up to her eyeballs in this blessed charity. I've lent her to Mr. Trevelyan for the morning.
Oh, I wish somebody had lent me. I wouldn't mind meeting him in a dark alley.
Oh, what's in this get-up? I mean, he'd run a mile. No, Mr. Trevelyan's all right, but I've never seen much of any of the others. All them names on the committee, and I've not seen more than 2 of them turn up here to do anything.
Alice? Alice, are you in there, Alice?
Hey, what you doing?
Let the dog see the rabbit. All right, Bill. She's there.
Alice, have you got any gum, love? Oh, chased me up the high street. What is it?
Do you like it?
What's it supposed to be, a penguin?
A bunny girl. Oh, a bunny girl, you great stupid nit. Penguins don't have tails.
No, they ain't got a funny shape like that, neither. Huh, you'll scare them all away, won't you, Alice?
Oh, stop taking the mickey, you rotten thing. What are you going for, anyway?
That's my secret. Alice, you got any gum, love? I used all that in the last bottle you give me.
Oh, well, I haven't got anything. You'll have to ask Mr. Trevelyan.
Oh, right, love. Hey, Lil, stand up again. Let's have another butcher's, love.
What for? So you can
Come
stand
on.
me up?
No, serious now. Come on.
Now,
Now, stand up. I
him.
want to see you now. Come on. That's a good girl. Come on, let me have a look at you. Ah, turn round. Yes. Now go down on your hands and knees.
What
Here,
for?
come on, love. No, come on down on your hands and knees. Yeah, if you're crawling on your hands and knees, you can go as a cross between a Pekingese and a bull terrier.
Well, I don't see nothing to laugh at.
Oh, well, you're not sitting where I am, love.
No matter how trivial, is the top priority. Now, there's our deadline, 0 hour, date up there on the calendar. From this morning, our whole campaign must take on a new perspective and new momentum. Well, thank you for what you've done already, and thank you for what you're going to do. Cynthia, will you give me those numbers?
You've got quite the gift of the gab, if I may say so.
Ah, well, it's an occupational necessity.
Oh, yes, well, I've still got a few minutes left before I go to the office. What shall I do next?
Oh, that's excellent. Oh, hold on. A banqueting manager, please. We've got thousands of tombola tickets to fold.
Thrill a minute, I can't wait.
Mr. Volmeri, it's Trevelyan here. We're going up to the figure of 752. Have you got that? 752. Good. Goodbye. No, you really must learn to control your cynicism. You're getting quite sour.
Occupational necessity, old boy. I used to be wide-eyed and trusting.
Well, that's hard to believe.
Oh, no, one of nature's innocents, that was me. Till I went into business, that cured me. Oh, well, I might as well live dangerously. Where are those tickets?
A show over here. Good morning, Mr. Please.
Morning. Hey, listen, I come to borrow your gum.
Oh, 1 minute. Smedley, please. How is Mrs. Thursday this morning?
She's up and down like Tower Bridge. Yeah, I want the gum for me feathers.
Just a minute. Smedley, it's Trevelyan here. Look, those menus you proofed out for me, well, there's some very bad mistakes in them. Yes, I want your rep round here straight away. All right, 11:30, that's the best you can do. You were saying, Mr.
Gum
D.
for me feathers.
Feathers?
We plucked a chicken by mistake and now we want to stick the feathers back on.
I beg your pardon?
Joke.
Oh, really? Yes, well, we're a little pushed to appreciate humour this morning, Mr. Lee. The gum's over here. Right.
All right, I'll take it. Hello?
And a very good morning to you, Mr. Trevelyan.
It's for you, personal.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Hello, who's that, please?
Oh, I thought we'd been cut off. This is Wilshaw here, Carnival Novelties.
Now, since our very pleasant time last night together, I've had a word with my directors, who on night and were very keen on getting all your business, and they've confirmed that I can offer you 33 1/3% kickback on all orders you place in our direction.
What?
But if 33 1/3% is not agreeable to you, Mr. Trevelyan, I've no doubt we could go up to 35%, but that would mean raising our prices to your people to a rather dangerous level.
Yes, well, I'll have to think about it. And it was very pleasant meeting you, Mr. Wilshaw. Mr. Wilshaw, yes, thank you. Well, I'll let you know. Goodbye.
Trouble, old man?
No, just one of those panic problems you get in this business. The printer, he seems to think he may be late delivering the ball tickets.
Oh, just one tragedy after another. Dunwich Holdings owns the print works out at Watford. They'll deliver on time. I'll get on them now. You can speak to them. Get me Watford 219.
Really, please, it'll be all right, really.
Oh, well, if there's anything I can do to help, do tell me, won't you?
I think it's time we were going to the office, Mr. Hunter.
Oh, dear, I was rather enjoying myself here. Folding tombola tickets is much more exciting than you'd imagine. Still, if Mr. Trevelyan feels he can survive without me...
Yes, I'm sure you have more important things to do.
Well, there's plenty of people here to run a dozen charity bowls. You'll only be under their feet. Oh, come on. We'll see you later, Mr. Trevelyan. You know, I like that, Mr. Trevelyan. Now, he's with it on the bowl, what you say? I think he'd be very useful in the office. What you think?
Oh, yes, he's a very able chap.
Good morning. Good morning, Mrs. Thursday.
Good morning, Mrs. Marsh. You're just in time. 5,000 tombola tickets await your attention.
Well, I've come along to give a hand. But surely you're not after the committee meeting already, are you? It's not till this afternoon.
Oh, no, I've got to go to the office to sign some things, and I'm coming to the committee afterwards.
And Mr. Hunter, you'll be going along too?
I wouldn't miss it for worlds.
Oh, good. Well, I look forward to seeing you both there.
Yes,
Bye.
Bye.
And where are you off to?
They can cope for 10 minutes. Hedda, I'm in bed trouble.
Have you caught your fingers in the cash register?
No, it's Hunter. He's got his knife into me for some
Well,
reason.
dear, you have been rather trying to push him out, haven't you? What's he got on you?
Well, nothing, but he'll stop at nothing to get rid of me. As long as he doesn't have a go at me this afternoon at the meeting, I think I can cope.
Oh, you can take care of yourself, darling.
But if he does attack, I hope you'll stand up for me. Whatever he says, it'll be a pack of lies.
You've nothing to worry about. Or have you?
What about that little French restaurant? Call the meeting to order.
Oh, I call the meeting to order.
The agenda. Item 1.
Item 1. Item 1.
Minutes. The minutes of the last meeting have been circulated, and according to Rule 14 can be taken as read unless there are any objections. Sign here, please.
Item number 2. Notes from the organ. Isa.
Well, that is to say, I and the team working with me have a very good position to report. The sale of tickets now exceeds...
Make a point of order, please.
What?
Point of order.
I've said, dear. One at a time.
Thank you. As I was saying, the sale of tickets
Madam
now...
Chairman, point of order, please.
I told you to wait.
Oh, no. Point of order takes precedence over every other business.
Oh, I see. Would you mind holding on a minute, Mr. Trevelyan? Mr. Hunter's got a procedure.
President.
Yes, under normal circumstances, I would of course bow to the chairman's wishes, but on a point of order, is Mr. Hunter a member of this committee?
Well, doesn't matter, he's with me.
Yes, I realise that, Madam Chair, but you were elected, he was not.
I don't understand all this. Why doesn't that man say what he's got to say?
He's not been elected.
Well, how were you elected?
We elected ourselves.
As a matter of fact, Mrs. Thursday, Mr. Trevelyan's quite right, really. It's one thing for Mr. Hunter to be in attendance, but quite another thing for him to speak, and anything he says can be ruled out of order.
We haven't got time, dear. What was it you wanted to say, Mr.
No,
Hunter?
Mrs. T, Mrs. Robinson-Brown's perfectly right, but you can make my point of order for me.
Oh, no, don't muck about.
Oh, I'm not mucking about, Mrs. T. You just take a look at this. Now, press that button.
Isn't this exciting?
What makes you think I'd be interested in a percentage?
You're joking. Everybody in the business knows you, Mr. Trevelyan. You took 25% from my brother for the stuff you bought for that flag day.
How about that for a start?
You were making something on the side then.
What's this about?
Here, wait a minute. Who was that talking?
That was Mr. Norman Wilshaw of Carnival Novelties 1952 Limited of Balls Pond Road, London, EC. Called in to see Mr. Trevelyan a couple of nights ago and rather let the cat out of the bag.
It was a dirty, low-down trick.
It's a racket. You heard what he said? Everybody in the business. He's making a profit on the side from everything we get for this ball. Lining his pockets at the expense of this charity.
Oh, this is a lie. It's a fabrication from start to finish. I have no intention of making anything other than my fee.
Ah, yes. Well, I've been having a look at that, too. Now, if you'll look at his contract, Mrs. T, the small print at the bottom, you'll see he was going to get 40% of the total proceeds, more than a third.
How much?
£40 out of every £100 was to go to him.
Oh, dear. But and we're supposed to be doing this as a charity for the poor children. Yes. I don't know how you could do such a thing. You better scarper me, lad, before I lose my temper.
No, not without a vote, Madam Chairman.
You don't understand, dear. He's been cheating the kids.
We've got no proof. That tape is no proof. They wouldn't stand up in a court of law. No, Mr. Trevelyan is a first-class organizer, and I move that he stays.
I say he goes.
You must put the motion.
Point of order.
Oh, point of order, nothing. I don't know how we can sit round this table and even think of letting him carry on. He wants his head shoving down the drain doing a dirty thing like that. I mean, cheating the kids.
After all, none of us are getting any younger, are we?
Well, what's that got to do with it? Well, I know I liked him and I trusted him in the beginning, but we can all make mistakes. And what I say is, if we want to go on with this charity and make the ball a success, then he's got to go before he gets up to any more of his tricks.
Quite right.
Yes, well, I say it's either him or me.
But does anyone else wish to say anything? No, well, I think we should take a vote now.
Before I vote, may I be assured there'll be no publicity about this unfortunate affair? We can simply indicate that Mr. Trevelyan has resigned, can't we?
Yes, well, that's all right, as long as he goes.
Well, shall we take a vote now, then? Those in favour of retaining Mr. Trevelyan... Motion lost?
Thank you.
Oh.
Where's she going? Oh.
May I point out, Madam Chair, that we now have a ball tomorrow night and no organizer?
Oh, who said?
No.
Oh, it was you helped to get rid of him. It's only fair you take on the job.
Hunter, you look like,
The chocolate soldier?
yes.
Ah. Come, I love you only, my heart is true.
You ought to be an opera.
Come, my life is
Oh, Mrs. Thursday. Oh, you look lovely, Mum.
Do you think so? Oh,
Yes, Mrs. T, the Lambeth Walk. Any time you're Lambeth Way, any evening, any day, you'll find them all doing the Lambeth Walk. Hey!
Oh, Bill, I'm next up before you do yourself an injury. Ta-da! Oh, it's better than the bunny girl. What is it?
Aphrodite. Aphrodite.
The goddess of love.
It was Mr. Hunter's idea.
Oh, it would be.
Oh, well, if you're going to be like that.
Oh, come on, Aphrodite. I was only joking. Hope we don't frighten the horses.
Any time you're Lambeth Way, any evening, any day, you'll find us all doing the Lambeth Walk. Hey!
Every family down the street, every copper on the beat knows this is Thursday, this is Thursday. And if you want a proper treat, why don't you pop along with me? This is Thursday, that's this is Thursday. She'll understand. Any old time you need a helping hand, whether in Kennington, SE, or Mayfair Society, this is Thursday's Grand.
Just a minute. Oh dear, what a lot of you. Well, come in and sit down. Now, no arguments. I've got the kettle on the boil and I'm sure you'd all like a nice cup of tea and a biscuit. Oh yes, and I've got some big pudding in the larder once eating up. What's that? You don't like it? Oh, you're not going to stop? Only looked in to say hello. Well, that's very nice of you. Goodbye, then. But don't forget you're always welcome. But wipe your feet next time. Ta-da!
She'll understand. Any old time you need a helping hand, whether in Kennington, SE, or Mayfair Society, this is the